Okay, so we'd like to talk about the voltage divider. The way a voltage divider works is we want to think about having two resistors connected in series. We'll call the first one R1, the second one R2, and then the bottom of these pairs is connected to ground. And ground is a shorthand for the zero voltage reference point. So let's imagine connecting the top part of these two resistors to a 10-volt battery. And we can also recognize that because these are in series, any current that flows through R1 has to flow through R2. So we can think of this current flowing through both of these as I. Now, the other piece of information we need to use for this is Ohm's law, the relationship between current and voltage and resistance. This is Ohm's law states that voltage is equal to current times resistance. So we can find the voltage across resistor 1, and that's simply I times R1. Similarly, the voltage across both resistors is equal to I times the sum of R1 plus R2. Now we also know that the voltage across both is 10 volts because that's what we're applying to this system. And it turns out, if we're interested in finding out the output voltage, the voltage at this junction point in the middle, we can solve for that voltage in terms of what we already know. In particular, we can solve this last equation here in terms of I to show that I is equal to 10 volts divided by the sum of R1 plus R2. So then we can combine that current and solve for the voltage across R2, because V out is equal to I times R2. And we have this expression for I, so we simply plug that into the equation and find that it's 10 volts times this combination of R2 over R1 plus R2. So we have a relationship between the output voltage, V out, and the input voltage, 10 volts, and the combination of resistors R2 and R1 plus R2.